Hello, thanks for joining me. Right now I'm just working my way back to the main dungeon boss. The last time I streamed I got to him, but I got beat, so now I'm just working my way back to go for round 2. Welcome, whoever just joined. Welcome, new viewer. I'm skirting by these attacks because I've already been through all of them before. Just trying to find my way back to the boss if I can remember how to get to him. think this is it. Yeah, here we go. expensive. Let's see what he has. Well, looks like a good one. What are your terms, my dude? What are your terms? Let's see those terms again. Alright, let's move. See what the card trader has for me here. Alright, this is a new location for me, so let's see what we got going on here. Oh, this is pretty wide open for a dungeon in this game. Yeah, I used the wrong deck. I should have used my other deck. back hard. Bye, Canopy. Oh, hey Nick. Yeah, I did catch one monster. I beat the dungeon that you saw me in last time, just a little bit ago. I haven't been on since the last time you were on with me. Just been too busy. And I played the wrong deck in this. This is a different dungeon. It's a brand new one. I just played the wrong deck starting right out, so it's putting up a little fight for me. Oh, Nick, I got those V Saturns in. Hey Nick, is my mic working? Can you hear me, Nick? I can't tell if my mic is working. Can you guys hear me? Okay, I think my mic should be working. Sorry about that. I think those wraith walls are a bizarre enemy. Alright, cool. Yeah, nobody else has been chatting so far. But it looks like there's 5 others aside from you. Yeah, I think I figured out how to make the mic turn up better. I just need to... I should just start streaming from out in my office, and it'd probably be a lot better. Yeah, I'll get those. I'll get a schedule put up here soon for what types of games I'll stream on what days. My favorite RPG on the Saturn. Let me think about that a second. Yeah, it's a tough one. Lunar Eternal Blue on the Sega CD has long been one of my favorites. But I also really did like Grandia, which I did a playthrough of earlier this year on the Saturn. Yeah, I'll let you know. It's been a little crazy, so I just hadn't had time to really think about it. But yeah, I'm gonna set up a day. maybe I'll do that. I was trying to think of what days would be good if I could like think of a good theme, but so far I haven't. I think what I might do is set like Tuesdays and Thursdays as different themes. Probably I could do racing games this Thursday. I think I'll do like a day that is designated for racing slash sports games. And when I say sports games, I'm using that term quite broadly, loosely, if you want to put it that way, to include like, you know, things like the winter sports games and just, you know, the whole variety of things. I'd kind of lump those in with racing. Though I like racing more than I do like most sports games, so it'd probably be more racing heavy, but I figured I'd broaden the category a little bit. And I think Tuesdays will probably be like shooters slash action games. And then Monday, Wednesday, and Friday will just be free for all if I have time to come on. If I don't, I think I'll probably, I gotta look at the calendar for sure, but I think this coming Sunday I might set up to do Sonic Extreme. That's interesting. I was thinking I might do this here in a minute, because I definitely won't be on late enough to play very far into this dungeon. I do have another new Japanese game that I haven't played before that I could slap in here in a minute. Well, that worked good. Oh, you asked me the RPG question, and I didn't finish answering. I think if I had to narrow it down just on nostalgia, like if I used nostalgia as a deciding factor, I think it would be Lunar Eternal Blue on the Sega CD, for traditional Japanese RPG, and then for like strategy RPG, would definitely be Shining Force 3 on the Saturn. Like, no question on that one for me. I think it was a version of Puyo Puyo, if I remember correctly. Here, we'll bail on here, and then I'll slap that in. Alright, give me a second. I'm going to swap games. Yeah, it's a Puyo Puyo 2. It never came to the West on the Saturn. Oh boy, let's see if I can remember this. Been a long time since I played a Puyo Puyo game. Does anyone play any of these puzzle games ever? I'll just play this one round, don't worry, don't everyone get bored. This is one I like to play these kind of games with my kids. They really like these. Oh, I finished translating the Grandia manual. It ended up being, oh gosh, it was, let me think, close to 50 pages. Yeah, it was like I was saying, I don't usually like pick up and just play these randomly. It's usually something I do like with the kids. It even seems like this generation of kids do enjoy puzzle games. It's, you know, competitively at least, when you've got someone you're playing against. Yeah, it took a long time. It wasn't like a complicated one like Psychic Killer was, and Psychic Killer was very difficult. Yeah, it wasn't difficult in terms of like translating. It was just really long, and I had to do every page as a custom layout, so it just was time consuming. But it's one of those games that I personally feel like it's worth it. Yeah, I'll probably get a video up on that one later this week. I still got to post Sakura Wars, which I did last week. Yeah, I win. And he was very unhappy that he lost. Okay. Interesting. I feel like we got a little bit of furry love going on here. Very interesting. Okay. I think we just got PG-13 all of a sudden. I didn't know what to think about this. I did not expect that. That's hilarious. Alright, let's put something else in. Alright, one more game for tonight. Yeah, I know, right, Nick? That really surprised me also. Range, okay. Yeah, and not this Saturn, but my other Saturn, I have the menu customized. Ah. Oh, jerk. He got me. Sorry, it's kind of rough. I'm not like a outrun expert. Well, when I was a kid, I was. I used to play the hell out of this on the Sega Master System. Ah. At least I didn't fall out of my car. But that's probably gonna kill me. Oh, I did terrible. Yeah, there's a big caveat, Nick, in that this version, it's really weird. Like they, when they remade this, well, I don't know if it remade it, but ported it, I guess would be a better way to say it. They put a smooth scrolling mode, but it wasn't default. You have to unlock it, and I have it unlocked. That's why it runs so smooth like the arcade. But for some reason, by default, they don't have that enabled. I have no idea why. And also, you probably noticed the music's different because they have an arranged mode in this, which I believe was exclusive to this version. And they made it, yeah, I think it made it exclusively for this version. So you can listen to like the classic or the arranged mode. So it's got some neat little extras on it. And we'll give it one more go here. I did terrible that time, so. I hate encountering cars on the turns. That's what always gets me. almost wiped me there. Oh, that one always gets me. I hate that one. Yeah, I do the Sega Rally and the Kai. I used to be really good at Sega Rally when I was a kid. I haven't played it enough in recent years to probably be any good at it now, but I'm sure I could get back into it pretty easily. Yeah, you can tell I haven't played this in a long time because I don't get the turns memorized anymore. Oh, jerk. That was weird that I didn't stop. That was close. Oh, I did it again. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to make it very far this time either. Yeah, okay, I did terrible. Yeah, what I should play is, I don't know if you've played Chase HQ, but it was, I mean, it's a roughly similar game to this, except for that you're a cop chasing down bad guys in cars. So I think it was Konami, maybe. I've only played it once, like literally one time, but it's one that's always interested me. That might be a good one for Thursday. Let me see if I have them in my album in here or not. Yeah, it is on Saturn. They have it's kind of like the Sega ages here, where like I said, I think it was Konami. Maybe it's Namco, but I think it was Konami. But it was like a remastered, more arcade accurate version. They did a lot of those on Saturn in Japan. But yeah, I didn't have either of those games out here, or in here. But I'll make sure one of them, I have one of those on Thursday. But I did throw in one here for you real quick, and this will be the last one for the night. I played this a little bit a while back ago, but I haven't played it in a little bit. I'm trying to remember exactly how it drives. I feel like I feel like I was getting a little decent at this when I was playing it before, but like I said, I haven't played this in a while. Oh God. It's always hard to go from one racing game to another because you like controls are so hard. This one I know has to do a lot with, yeah, there we go. Oh God, too hard. Yeah, this game is like real heavy on the power slides. I'm in position 10 of 10. This game is interesting because you always start out with the other cars way ahead of you. And you gotta like make up the time and catch them. That's a hell of a turn right there. Oh, too hard. Get out of my way. Oh, he pulled way. Oh, come on. Yeah, this game, Nick, is interesting because it actually did make it to the West. I believe there was a sequel to this one that I haven't played. Yeah, I just remember that this one here, you don't want to be holding the gas down because then you spin your tires and you lose some time. I just lost a ton of speed there. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just like right around that time, and I don't know if it was because I didn't really play much PlayStation. I imagine there was probably a decent amount of drifting on the PlayStation as well, but yeah, it seems like that was just like the hot ticket at the time was drifting. I can't remember. I don't know. I don't think I loaded my save file. I was gonna check to see if I can look at another track or not. See if I go to time trial. Yeah, it is, Nick. It's one of those where, from when I played it before, once you get the hang on the controls, it grows on you pretty quick, and it's always a relatively tough game, but you can really start to do some impressive crap on this one after a while. But yeah, you see it's all city driving. It's kind of one of the novel features of it at the time that wasn't too common. Let's go. We'll check out this one here. Yeah, I'll do one time trial run on this, and I'll probably call her quits for the night, but I just wanted to show you a different track. I do not remember the turns in this one. Holy crap. Ah! Kind of winging it here. Oh God. How did I not hit the wall? That was bonkers. I was like facing the wrong direction. Oh, that was hilarious. I wish I had. Well, I suppose. Yeah, I can pull it off this live stream. That one's just hilarious. No, I didn't hold it. Yeah. I did it again. Holy cow. Oh, I made it. Oh, God. Oh, dear God. That was good. Lost a lot of speed, though. I didn't do too well on that. Oh, God. Lost track of where I was going. Alright, well, we're not finishing this off in style. Time up. Yeah, I think probably what influenced it a lot, of course, was Sega Rally, because everything was trying to be like Sega Rally to some degree, but what you're saying makes sense, because, I mean, Sega was, you know, especially back then, I mean, they were very well known as arcade fun, and a lot of their games on their console, and then by extension, other companies making games on the console went for that arcade feel, because that was just kind of what was expected. Yeah, I should be playing this on my V Saturn. Yeah, back when FMV was so cool. I still remember it, though, like, being so impressed by this kind of stuff, because, you know, you were coming out of the 8 and 16-bit era, and then all of a sudden you had this kind of stuff, and it was just so cool. They're really liking that Supra. I gotta believe that Toyota probably paid them instead of them licensing, and this is probably was pitched by Toyota, because that was back when Toyota was still trying to make a good name for themselves in the West. Yeah, I've actually never owned a Toyota. I think if I ever get any, you know, fast car again, it would be, I used to have a 1974 42, and I'd love to have one of those again. That's what I was thinking. Okay, you see down there, it's produced by Genki. I was trying to remember my history. I'm pretty sure this is the same series that ended up becoming Tokyo Extreme Racing on the Dreamcast and other consoles later. I believe it was the same series, it just kind of changed names as it went different places. And then I saw down there it was made by Genki, and I definitely know Tokyo Extreme was Genki, so. Yeah, and I think, like I said, I think there's one more, like a later version, and it just never came to the West because the Saturn had tanked by then. I'm trying to remember what it was called, and it goes by a completely different name, but it's a sequel. Oh, it's bothering me. What was it? Yeah, I can't remember. Why do I have software updates popping up on my computer over here? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. That it was this, and then there was one other game, and then, because if I remember correctly, Tokyo Extreme started out as being the third in the series on the Saturn, but then when Sega started telling its development partners that they were coming out with the Dreamcast, that they switched it over to Dreamcast, because I think Tokyo Extreme was a launch title. If not, it was really close, because I remember having it, like, after I got my Dreamcast,
I know I had Tokyo Extreme pretty early on, if not right at the beginning. I can't quite remember. I can't even remember. I remember on 99.99. I remember I had, of course, Sonic Adventure. What else did I get with it on the launch day? I can't remember. Aside from Sonic Adventure, I still have the receipt from when I bought it. I'll have to look at the receipt sometime. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, it's kind of funny too. Like Tokyo Extreme, I played the hell out of on the Saturn, and I know Tokyo Extreme 2 is greatly improved, but I never did own that back in the day, and I still have never played it. I will eventually. Because I'm not just doing Saturn exclusively on these streams, I'll be doing Dreamcast and Sega CD as well, but. Oh, God, you know what? I think I will show you one more game here real quick. Alright, so this game here, I haven't played it in a minute, but I was playing the hell out of it. Beginning of, like around beginning to middle of this past summer, played a good amount of this. This is a game you probably haven't seen before, I'm guessing. Yeah, that's a GDMU. Yeah, this game is so fun. I remember the controls are weird. I'm trying to remember what they were. Ah, dang it, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh well. Oh god. I'm trying to remember which button is it. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. Okay, there we go. Alright. He honked at me. Oh, and this is a game where you can like take alternative routes and go off the track and whatnot. It's pretty cool. Ah! Don't know what I'm doing. Oh, there's a ramp. Yeah, you can jump stuff in this too. It's pretty fun. I'm trying to remember which button it is for my nitrous. I don't want to hit it right now, though. Okay, here. Yeah, this I accidentally selected 3-player. This game you can't play like 3. So this is a Thomas Wave game. So back in around when the Dreamcast came out, and then after, like, this game actually came out after the Dreamcast was already dead. So the Sega's arcade hardware was called the Thomas Wave. And so what happened was, I'm trying to pause this. Well, I guess we'll just sit here. Oh, I used to know the answer to that, but I didn't know off the top of my head. But yeah, so the Thomas Wave was Sega's arcade platform that replaced the Titan arcade. And so it actually outlasted the Dreamcast, but the Thomas Wave was just a Dreamcast with a little more memory. Literally, like the heart of the arcade machine was a Dreamcast. And so a couple of years ago, a software engineer went about getting hold of all these ROMs of the Thomas Wave games. And he created a program where he could quickly, like, real nasty, turn around and convert them to be playable on a Dreamcast. So that's why there's like no features, and like there's no split screen co-op or simultaneous, I mean, head to head. It's all like if you select 4 players, you play one after the other, and it just ranks you. So these are just down and dirty ports done by one dude a few years ago, and he did like 86 games or something like that. Add to the Dreamcast library. Yeah, and this one here is just really fun. I don't know if I showed a good job of that, but it's a really fun game, and there's like a lot of variation in the tracks, and they're pretty and all that, and it's just a fun one to play. Yeah, there's a bunch of good Thomas Wave games that a lot of people don't know about. Another really fun one that is multiplayer is Demolish Fist. Real blast. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. I'll jump back. I don't remember what I got on. Let's see. Yeah, it lets you. This is, I mean, I have so many Dreamcast games. This is just what I have on this SD card here. Like that one there, that's an Thomas Wave game. This one, 2D House of Terror. It's a multiplayer mini game that it's a brand new game that was made a couple years ago. Oh, yeah. The Border Collections. There's a whole bunch of those. Those are all fan-made things. Let's see what else. Oh. Do you know that Grand Theft Auto is on Dreamcast now? I'll fire that up so you guys can see it real quick. This actually just came out last year. A small team, because a lot of people don't know, but the Grand Theft Auto 3 was originally going to be on the Dreamcast. And then the Dreamcast was canceled, and so the development just moved over to PlayStation 2. And but anyways, a couple fans a few years ago, or not a few years ago, it was last year. A team of people, like 5 or 6 people, finished porting it over to the Dreamcast, so you can play the full thing now. Yeah, GTA did the early, like the top down 1 and 2 are on the Saturn, but they by time GTA 3 and the ones that we recognize as GTA now, starting with 3, those didn't come out until, well, this one, like I said, would have come out in the Dreamcast, but they came out after the Dreamcast was dead. So basically, after Sega was out of the console market. But you can see here, it's here in all of its glory. I'm told that this one has better resolution, like a higher resolution than the PlayStation version. I'm not sure though. Oh yeah, I actually I did this last year. I actually made the manual for this, um, so you can get like a full recreation of like what the game would have been like had it actually been released back then, including, like I said, the full manual. Yeah, it's crazy looking at like all the blurs that they did back then, trying to be cool. Yeah, this might be a good one for me to play one day. Might make for a good live stream. Let's see if we can pass this. Yep. I can't help myself. Well, dang it. I was trying to see if I could bust through there. Mission failed. Oh, it's hilarious. Yeah, Nick, I think if I remember correctly, Sonic Fighters was in development for the Saturn, and then it was canceled, um, just for logistical reasons. I don't think it had anything to do with hardware, but there was another Sonic game that was also in development at one point, but I forget. Sonic Drift. So, yeah, and there was a kind of a lost media game as they were making like a. If you remember Virtua Fighter Kids, when they had that big head kid thing going on for a while there in the mid 90s, there was a Sonic Kids kind of game that was apparently started, but there's like no screenshots or anything that have survived. Nobody's ever seen anything of it. But it was apparently initially started on the Saturn, and then whatever team was on it got moved over to a different project, and they just never started it back up. Yeah, well, I mean, it wouldn't be too difficult, really. I mean, with someone with the right know-how, because I mean, you could go and take, like, say something like Virtua Fighter Kids, because the proportions would be right. You could just reskin everybody, do a few other presentation tweaks, and if you just had someone that could do the pixel art. Well, I guess it wouldn't be pixel art because those are polygon based, but someone who could handle that and someone who could handle the programming, it probably wouldn't be too difficult. But, alright, y'all. I am out for the night. I should be back on tomorrow night. But everyone, thanks for watching. Everyone who joined with me tonight, I always appreciate it. It's fun to not game alone. All right.